I'm so excited to be joining you today. I have another great story picked out. Now, this story has a lot of meaning if you listen for it. So listen closely. I'm going to be giving us things to think deeper about the story afterwards. So get your mind wandering and working along with this story and take morals from it that maybe you can carry on into your own life and your own actions. I think stories that teach us how to treat people nicer and just share happiness with the world are amazing stories. Not only enjoyable, but ones that you can take forward and just be a very kind, helpful, friendly person. So I hope you like this story. And remember, pay close attention. See what lessons this story may be teaching, because I'm going to talk about it a little bit after I finish reading. But this story today is called Stone Soup, retold by Heather Forrest, illustrated by Susan Gaber. Hi, friends. If you've heard this before, just enjoy. If you have not, enjoy. So, Stone Soup. There was once a comfortable little village nestled in the mountains. The people who lived there had more than enough to keep themselves content. One day, two travelers came along. Their coats were tattered. Their hats were torn. Their dusty shoes had holes in their soles. Hungry and tired, one traveler said to the other, "Surely, someone here can spare a bit of food." They knocked boldly on a door. It creaked open, and a woman asked, "What do you want?" "Please," said one of the travelers, "we are hungry. Do you care? Will you share? Do you have any food?" The woman squinted her eyes and tartly replied, "No." She quickly slammed the door shut. Does not sound very nice or neighborly. The travelers walked a little farther down the road and knocked on another door. A young boy answered. His chocolate brown eyes were sweet. "Good day," he said shyly. "What do you want?" "Please," said one of the travelers, "we are hungry. Do you care? Will you share? Do you have any food?" The boy replied, "There is no food here," and closed the door. These travelers are not having much luck, are they? The travelers wandered warily through the village, knocking on every door, but everywhere they heard, "I don't care, I won't share, there is no food." They sat to rest beside a well. One traveler sighed and clutched his empty belly. He said, "If there is really no food in this elegant little village, then the people who live here are in greater need than we are. We should make them our magical soup." The two travelers climbed up on the edge of the wall and shouted, "We are master cooks. If anyone in this town has a big black pot, we will make the most delicious soup anyone ever tasted." A door slowly opened. I think they have curiosity building in this village. A round man emerged, carrying a gigantic black pot. So somebody heard their call. "I love to eat," he said. "Here's a pot. Let me see what two master cooks can do with it." "Watch and see," said one traveler with glee. "Look at the size of that pot." Have you ever seen a pot that big? That's going to feed a lot of people. some soup. The travelers filled the pot with cold water and built a fire. Soon the flames licked the sides of the pot and billows of steam rose into the air. Curious people began to gather. What is happening? The townspeople asked. We are making an unusual soup, said one of the travelers. It requires a special magic ingredient. I am certain we will find it in this town. What do we think that special magic ingredient is? Let's see if they are able to find it. All the eyes in the crowd watched as one of the travelers reached down and picked up an ordinary stone. He tossed it into the pot with a splash. We're making stone soup, he said. It will be nutritious, delicious, incredible, and edible. But it would taste better, he paused and sighed, if only we had a carrot. Where would we find a carrot in this town? The other travelers asked. We knocked on every door, and everywhere we heard, I don't care, I won't share, there is no food. Then perhaps we could not make the delicious soup after all, they both announced with a sad shrug of their shoulders, and began to turn away. A child timidly raised their hand and said, Wait, I might have a small carrot. That is very nice. Excellent, shouted the travelers. Bring what you've got. Put it in the pot. We're making stone soup. This magical soup would taste even better if we had a potato, they added. A deep voice in the back of the crowd called out, I have a potato. Wonderful, shouted the travelers. Bring what you've got. Put it in the pot. We're making stone soup. It would taste better still, they said, if we had just a few more ingredients. Perhaps, said one villager, I could bring a green bean. Well, said another, if you are going to bring a green bean, I will bring a kernel of corn. I shall not be outdone, cried another. I will bring an egg noodle. One by one, voices announced, I will bring a slice of celery. I will bring a pinch of pepper. I can bring a sprig of parsley. I might have a tiny turnip. Well, why are you waiting? Cried the travelers. Bring what you've got. Put it in the pot. We're making stone soup. What are we noticing? All the villagers are starting to come together. Everyone in the town ran home to bring one small thing to put in the pot. Food flew through the air and landed with splashes in the growing soup. Soon the huge pot was full and simmering. A wonderful smell drifted through the air. All that food. It's going to be a good soup. The smell was so tempting. People brought out bowls, spoons, chairs, and tables. They placed hearty loaves of bread, chunks of cheese, and bowls of fruit on the tablecloths. Everyone came to taste the soup and marveled at the flavor. It's amazing, said one woman. These two travelers made such a delicious soup out of a stone. Out of a stone, said the travelers with a grin, and a magical ingredient, sharing. As the travelers left the town, they said, if anyone ever wants to make this soup again, just remember the recipe. Bring what you've got, put it in the pot. Every bit counts, from the largest to the least. Together we can celebrate a stone soup feast. And now even the animals get some. Enough to go around to everybody. I love this story. Okay, so some things I want you all to think deeper about. What would have happened in that story if none of the people would have come together and shared the soup? What's a different way the story could have gone? Why is sharing so important? So think about that. And how can you take this into your own community? How can you make a stone soup of sorts with your neighbors, with people around you? So how can we take this and bring it into our own lives? So think deeper about that. I love this story and seeing how everybody can come together and share in this and support each other. And sharing is definitely a special ingredient. Thanks to my friends who came today to watch this live story. And I will see you all next time. Bye.